God's peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in. Y'all climb on in. Hey, I'm excited today. I finally get to go over all this information that I've been running my mouth about for the last couple months. I've been knowing about these things for several years, but it was so deep that a lot of people couldn't grasp the concept of what I was talking about. But now throughout these years, since the consciousness have been expanding of our people, they able to grasp the concepts of these things. When we talk about the body being electric, when we talk about the body being made of sound waves, and when we talk about gram and it really don't exist, and why you think it exists is because how the mind perceives it. So we finna talk about some things. This is finna be some real deep stuff, y'all. So if y'all can make sure y'all have y'all pens and y'all pads out. Again, this is the classroom, and we electrical magnetic biological instrument, and it's constantly emitting and receiving sound, or what we call light, or what you call photons, or what you want to call frequencies, melanin, whatever you want to call this vibrational intellectual property, or this vibrational intellectual energy. That's what you were made out of. And today we're going to prove that Yahweh, that God exists. Through everything we finna go through, you will be out your mind to even question if there's a higher intelligence at work here. So we finna go through it. We got a lot of stuff to go through. This probably going to be like a 2-hour video. If it's too long for y'all, I'll break it up in half. We're going to do the whole video, though, and I'll break it up in half, and then we'll post it separate. Shalom, shalom, peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in, climb on in, climb on in. I'm waiting on my YouTube. Is YouTube in the building? Followers on here? I know I'm on YouTube. I ain't changed nothing or nothing like that. I'm saying all Facebook. Saying all Facebook. If you're on my Facebook page, type in some 7s. If you're on my YouTube page, type in some 9s. If you're on my Facebook page, type in some 7s. If you're on my YouTube page, type in some 9s. All right, let me know. Type in some 9s if you're on my YouTube. Type in some 7s. Okay, YouTube on. All right, okay, Facebook on. One more thing, if y'all can hear me and see me well, if y'all can hear me and y'all can see me well, type in some 8s. If y'all can hear me and see me well, type in some 8s, and we finna get this started again. It's crazy. What everybody deem wicked is actually inside your body. What everybody deem as witchcraft is what you do throughout your everyday life. You're just you don't know, you're subconsciously unaware, or you ignorant to the fact of that your body uses sound waves throughout your day in life, that your body uses the sunlight and frequencies and shapes and different type of secret or sacred geometry throughout your everyday life. Your body uses crystals called magnetites. You have trillions of them that's already in your blood in crystallized form called crystallized or gasified melanin. You use these crystals every single day to even, be in connection to any type of electrical magnetic grid of the earth. Without these crystals, it'd be impossible for you to hear. Without these crystals in your body, it'd be impossible for you to see. And we're going to go through other people and let other scientists say the same thing that I've been telling y'all for years, y'all. So this is very deep information. If anybody was in tune to my IG earlier, I did my singing bowls. I did my drums, and I basically enlightened myself, and I aligned my glandular highway. And this is showing you that you're finna have to do these things. The times we in, you better be getting your spiritual works going. You better be getting your rituals on, because we must be in frequency and we must be in tune, because everything in our environment is taking us out of a harmonizing balance. Everything in our body and our environment is messing up our homeostasis, everything. All right, I'm glad y'all all in. All right, so if y'all ready to get this started, type in some 9s. We're going to get straight to it. If y'all ready to get this started, type in some 9s. We're going to get straight to it. I don't want to be too long-winded today. I want us to get straight to it. And I want to show y'all how music is dumbing us down. Music is killing us. Different pictures and images is killing us, because images is logos, and these logos means words. Everything that have a picture or a shape to it, have sound waves to it. You know, whether it's 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, 5th-dimensional, all the way down to 1-dimensional. If it have a dimension, that means that light can hide behind it. And if light can hide behind it, then it's sound waves coming from it. Anything that's in motion and everything is it vibrates. There's nothing in existence that's solid. And anything that's in motion have sound waves or radioactive waves going through it, meaning that everything have a speech, everything have a word, everything have an intellectual verbal language, whether you want to admit it or not. So we have to be very careful of what we let our children look at. We have to be very careful of what we let our children listen to. We have to be very careful of the music that we're playing around our children. You shouldn't be playing that music for yourself anyway. We have to be very careful of colors that we put inside the homes, because these different colors are attached to certain frequencies. Like, for instance, the color red is connected to the root chakra. So red is very appealing and it's very sexual. So we have to be careful about always putting red or promoting red around our children, because it activates their lower nature, activate their lustful nature, which is the root chakra, and it'll have them thinking with their reproductive organs other than thinking with their gut or thinking with their brain. So like, all these things play a major key and part when it comes to molding and shaping the consciousness and the brain of your children and of yourself, particularly between the ages of 1 and 7 is where this is most powerful, because the brain is in a different wavelength. You know, between 1 and 7, your brain is in theta state. Just like before you go to sleep, 30 minutes before you go to sleep and 30 minutes after you wake up, your brain is in the same theta state. Well, these brain waves in theta state is how you download and what programs your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is your soul. Your subconscious mind is who you truly are. That's your repetition. That's the things that you don't have to think about. You already know what it is. Like, for instance, when you're driving or riding a bike, you're training your subconscious mind to drive. That's why you can be driving unconsciously, but subconsciously you're conscious, and you could be on your phone and texting while driving. You can reach back and talk to your children while driving. You can look at the skylines, the horizon, and everything else while driving, because subconsciously you are driving the vehicle, but consciously your consciousness is everywhere else, showing you that the subconscious mind is the real you. So once we really break these things down and we get to what I'm talking about, it's gonna blow y'all mind. Ready? Y'all got y'all nines typed in? Okay. Y'all ready? I got your nines typed in. So let's get to it. So first I want to show y'all, this is, you know, a lot of people was mad at me because I was talking about singing bowls. So this would even prompt me to do the video anyway. So I love when people, you know, want to call me witches, call me warlocks, call me, you know, wizards and stuff like that, because the moment that y'all do that, it makes me present the information and show y'all how ignorant y'all are. So this is what I had posted, and somebody flagged it, and it ended up leaving off of, you know, a lot of so-called Hebrews been flagging on my posts and stuff. So that's the reason why my blue check page got taken down. That wasn't the government that took down my verified page on Facebook. That was some broken-hearted, grudge-holding black heart on my page like that and got it taken down. And I have their names as well. All right, it says cleansing using sound. It says the ancient method of cleansing using sound to break up negative vibrational patterns, ringing bells, or go from room to room, clapping, because this is another sound wave frequency, clapping your hands, you see that, and dispel stagnant or low vibes in your house. So like I was saying earlier on my live and my Instagram live, when Kendrick Lamar was saying, bitch, don't kill my vibe, these are the vibes he's talking about. We are automatically set to vibrate at a certain frequency. Every organ in your body, Yahweh, the creator of the universe and the earth, had already tuned each organ inside of your body, have already tuned each vocal cord already in your body, have already tuned each cells in your cerebellum inside of your body, have already tuned your ear drums, have already tuned all these different instruments, or what we're going to call organs in your body. Organs is what you play in the church. I keep trying to tell y'all that you are literally a walking sound wave entity, right? It says wind chimes in the yard and doorways can break up negative energy that surrounds your home. Thunderstorms or natural ways of clearing up negative energy naturally. So what I got right here is I got clapping. That's why, you know, whenever you do your praise and worship, notice what the African does. He like to clap. Notice when you dancing, you like to clap because you are spiritually, you know, first. You are African first. You are Hebraic African first. And the Hebraic African culture is a very spiritual culture. So you're doing things subconsciously that you don't even know why you're doing it. Like, you don't know why you clap. You just know your ancestors used to clap. Now you know the reason why they clap, because it breaks up, you know, invisible, negative, low thought form forces and frequencies and vibrations when you're clapping. That's why when you're praising God, you clap. That's why they clap in church. That's why you clap in your mitras. That's why you clap whenever you're doing any type of your enchantments. You're clapping for a reason, and that's to dispel negative energy. Another thing is bells. Why do you think there's a church bell? Y'all think that actually came from the Greeks? No, that comes from Africa. I keep trying to tell y'all, Christianity actually comes from ancient Kemet. So your church bells is for a reason. And when every hour on the hour, they'd ring the bell to actually collapse space and time, to actually get any negative vibrational frequency that's in that proximity up out of the way. Same thing for your wind chimes. That's why people put wind chimes over the doorpost, because anybody that's walking through, if there's a negative entity that you cannot see, but still which do exist, that they call demonions or demons or Gomorrhes, you know, the wind chime will alarm you and it will ward off the bad spirits. Same thing for sage. Sage actually have a vibrational frequency to it. It actually have a vibrational frequency to it. So whenever you burn sage, you know, this is actually emitting out frequencies, you know. Same thing as frankincense and myrrh. All of these things play a role because everything is actually vibratory. Everything is vibrating at a frequency, and depending on whether that frequency is high or low, that's how you know whether that frequency is what you will call evil, which is live backwards, or is living, which is of good or of God. You see what I'm saying? So we are very spiritual people. So you didn't know why you was clapping. You just know that your ancestors showed you how to clap. You don't know why there was bells all around your houses and bells in the churches. Now you know. You didn't know why your grandma used to use wind chimes and windmills. You didn't know that. You see that? But this is the reason why, because these things spiritually ward off bad negative energy that's trying to kill your vibrations, or just trying to feed your subconscious mind's negative sound waves, or what we're going to call negative thoughts. Now check this out. This is exactly what this do, and this is what I was using earlier. I was actually using my crystals. I got many of the copper and the golden ones too. They very, very expensive. But today I use my clear quartz. If y'all go on my IG page, and I showed y'all how to use the singing bowls to align and to retune your frequencies, to retune each organ and each chakra in your body. You have to retune yourself, because if you're out of tune, that means you're playing to somebody else's music. All right, now remember, music is the universal language. Music and mathematics is the universe way of expressing itself through nature, or through your physical reality. You know, by way of sound waves, and by way of music, by way of frequencies, by way of vibrations. All these things are the same exact thing. Now, remember, you are made of pure energy. You're made of vibrational frequencies as well. So I showed y'all in the video on IG. I'm gonna have my cameraman come down here, and we're gonna do a couple of sessions of videos, and we're gonna put them up on Yaki TV. That way y'all can listen to them, and y'all can meditate to them, and you know, just realign your body. But this stuff is not wicked at all. You got people in Hebrews that don't be knowing what they talking about, running their mouths too much, and they don't even know that whether you use these or not, you better use them, because your body is going to be tuned by the air. Your body is going to be tuned by the music you listening to. Your body is going to be tuned by living by the subway. Your body is going to be automatically tuned living by your airport, living by the train station, living in the cities. All these different frequencies and sounds you're hearing all day. Hearing a plane land all day, that's a different sound wave. That's a frequency that's actually dumbing down your organs. It's actually lessening your senses and your sensory senses in your glandular highway. So you have to constantly retune these things to keep them at a higher hertz, because the body is electrical, y'all. The body is electrical, and electrical emits electrical impulses, and these electrical impulses or frequencies. These frequencies or vibrations. These vibrations is light. This light is sound and radio waves, y'all. This light is sound and radio waves, all right? Now check this out. Just in case you think I'm lying. Just in case you think I'm lying. Now check this stuff out, y'all. I'm not making none of this stuff up. Let's read what this says. This says, did you know? It says the human heart's magnetic field can be measured several feet away from the body. So it's even saying that you have a magnetic field that's coming from your heart, that's literally surrounding your body, and it builds up a protective shield. Y'all can look this stuff up, but we finna dive deep into the science of these things. Y'all see that? Check this out. Negative emotions can create nervous system chaos, but positive emotions, remember, emotion stands for, that E stands for energy. Motion means movement or vibration. So energy or energetic vibrations is emotions. Vibration is, again, sound waves. It says negative energy vibration or energy in motion can create nervous system chaos, but positive energy emotions or energy vibrational frequencies do the exact opposite. Positive emotions can increase the brain's ability to make good decisions. So if you're listening to a good positive energy or good positive high frequency, like 417 hertz, and up, 417 hertz, when you're listening to that on the A frequency or the A keynote, this make you have more thought-provoking, elements. This give you positive thinking. This make you be more creative in your thinking process, and it clears all the chatter. But if you're listening to music like bust a nigga head to the white meat, that's why I fucked your bitch, and all this other crazy nonsense music, or talking about how, black on black violence and selling dope or degrading the black goddess, then this literally, it stagnates and becomes very, very, very acidic into the environment of your body, and it starts to break down your cells because it corrodes the electrical current that is going throughout your body, because your body's electrical and you're listening to electrical frequencies that is not vibrating, or that is not in sync or synchronizing with your hertz that's already being emitted from your body. All of this stuff is very, 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 very real, y'all. Now check this one out. It says you can boost your immune system or your immunological lymphatic defense system by focusing on positive emotions. Positive emotions create physiological benefits in your body. You see that? It says in fetal development, the heart forms and starts beating before the brain begins to even develop, showing you how the heart is a valve, and the lungs and the heart work in synergy with each other to actually start pumping that blood and to start getting them electrical impulses even before the brain is developed. So we see that, that heart chakra is everything. And notice how big and how powerful that heart chakra is. The human heart electrical magnetic field can be measured several feet away from the body. That's deep. That's deep, y'all. Oh man, I'm pissed off. A damn net done flew inside of my and I done drunk it. A damn net done flew inside of my lemonade. All right, now let's keep this going, y'all. Let's keep this going. I want to show y'all how important music truly is. I want to show y'all how important music truly is. Let's pull this up real quick. I'm going to share my screen with y'all because it is finna get deep. Y'all, if you can, bring me down some more lemonade. One of them damn nets just flew in it. All right, now check this out. Let me share my screen. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this stuff. I'm going to show you what vibrations do. I'm going to show y'all what vibrations actually do. Check this out.
Feels weird picking it up. The legacy of that shield is complicated, to say the least.
So there was a lot of experimenting around the Cladding Plate, primarily looking at
now, what y'all are seeing, y'all are actually seeing sound waves and tones and vibrations going through a keyboard, but it's hitting salt and sugar, and it's forming different sacred geometrical shapes on the plate. And your body is full of salt, your body is full of sugars, your body is full of water. So if this is molding and shaping these things into sacred geometry, then what type of shapes that you are producing in your body whenever you're listening to music or whenever you're listening to negative negative conversations, or whenever you listening to things that are degrading the black woman, or whenever you listening to Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion degrade men, or whenever you listen to what her name, Cardi B, talking about being sexually abused and all types of just nasty things, and you letting your children listen to this music and listening to these frequencies and these tones that are coming from these biological instruments who we call human beings, your blood, your cells, the water that's inside of your body, your pituitary gland that's in control of, holding your water, it makes the body starts to reform and reshape the molecules that's inside of the cells. So it's very, very important that we make sure that we're listening to the correct frequencies, the correct tones. We are entertaining the right, correct, positive conversations and even our thoughts, because your thoughts are in brain waves, and I'm gonna prove and show y'all that as well. So everything about you is spiritual. There is no such thing truly as the physical body and the spiritual body. It is all really one if you're looking at it from a certain perspective, and that is my job today, to show you a new perspective on how to look holistically at the black man and the black woman's body. Now check this out, y'all. I'm gonna start it over and I'm gonna let it go through.
The first experiment for the cymatics music video is called a Cladding Plate. Now, Cladding Plate's basically a metal plate attached to the top of a speaker. There's sand on top of the plate, and you play different tones through the speaker. The plate vibrates, which forms different shapes depending on the frequency of the sound.
Oh, y'all hear what he just said? He said depending on the frequency of the sound is what molds and shape the actual salt or sugar that they put on the plate. Y'all hear what he just said? Depending on the frequency, what hertz that frequency was and how that tone came, that all depends on the way that these things shape and mold the salt or the sugar on the plate. So depending on the music and the frequency that you're listening to that's around your electrical magnetic aura field depends on how it molds and shape your cells. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Well, we blew up a lot of speakers with the Cladding Plate. So there was a lot of experimenting around the Cladding Plate, primarily looking at how much volume we can put through there, how much sand to actually put on the plate, and the different shapes of plates and what different patterns would be created because of those shapes. But what we were really testing was what frequencies create the most interesting repeatable patterns, because that was a key point. So we ended up playing pretty much every audio frequency through the plate to see what different shapes it would form.
And for most frequencies, it doesn't really do much, but when it hits a frequency that resonates with the plate, it forms a really nice pure shape. So we found out what those tones were, and those were the tones we used to draw the plate in the video.
Y'all see that? Look at all these shapes, and these are the shapes that Hebrews call wicked. But your body make these shapes every single day. Your body make the Star of David every single day. Your body make the tree of life every single day. Your body make the shape of the breath of life every single day. All of these different symbols that y'all call Eastern religion, or Eastern philosophy, or Eastern whatever y'all want to talk about, Near East religion, Near East Hinduism, the body is already doing that every single day through the frequencies and the tunes that it's getting from its out environment. Y'all see that? Through its outward environment. Now check this out, because it gets deeper. Let me show y'all some other ones.
And the experiment I want to do now was first done, a long time ago, by a man called Chladni, C-H-L-A-D-N-I. It's interesting because he was a scientist who deliberately set out to be famous. I suppose lots of people would do that in other areas, but it's unusual for a scientist to do something just because he wanted to be famous. This is a metal plate. If I hit it, I think you can hear that there are lots and lots of different sounds there. Mm-hmm. But if instead of hitting it, I hold it and bow it, I can pick out just one of them. And by bowing it and holding it in various ways, I can produce a lot of separate notes. Now, Chladni's idea was that if you scattered sand on the plate, then the sand would dance around, and just as we had on the string, we had points where nothing much was happening. on a plate, we're going to have lines where nothing much is happening. I'm going to try to bow this plate in such a way that we shall get a St. Andrew's cross and then a semicircle on each of the four
Now check
sides
this out,
of the
y'all.
plate. And to do that, I have to put 2 fingers there and bow it in this position.
Y'all see that?
And the sand dances around and collects.
You see that? And then you got the Caucasians, you know, they clapping their hands like this is just a miracle, but this is what happens inside of your body every single day, family. Every single day, this happens inside of your body. Now, let's get straight to it because it gets deeper and it gets deeper, y'all. It gets very deep. It gets very deep. Let me get back to it where I'm at. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, so I'm back. Let me put these down and let's talk about this. So what I want to show y'all is some crazy stuff. So we're going to actually get inside of the organs of the body. Now, if y'all looking what's pulled up on my screen, and then we're going to start talking about the music and start talking about different conversations and vibrational frequencies. Thank you, love. That people be having with each other and showing you why we're such in a down state, showing you why that they're putting so much noise in our atmosphere, showing you why they putting so much noise inside of our environment, showing you why they have trains around us, showing you why they put us in concrete jungles, showing you why they give you GMO crops and foods, because your foods even have a hertz or a frequency that comes from them. Now check this out. If you look, your blood, every organ in your body have a frequency. Your blood is at a 321.9 hertz and it plays to the letter E. Your adrenal glands, which is the most important glands inside of your glandular highway inside of your body, is at a 492.8 hertz. Notice it's at a note B. Your kidneys, which is involved with filtering all of the metabolic waste out of your body, is at a 319.88 hertz. Notice it's at an EB note. Your liver, which is the chemical factory of the body, which help make your amino acids and break down your glycogen into sugars and then store it up for fat and then release it for ATP or adenosine triphosphate when you need it. Look, that is at a 317.83 hertz. The bladder, which holds your urine, right, as a reservoir until it's time for you to release it through your urethra or your penis, that is at a 3.5. That is at a 352 hertz, and it's an F frequency. Your intestines, you see this? Notice how low your intestines is and how low your lungs and stuff is. Your intestine is at a 281 hertz, and it's at a CF note. Why is it like that? That's because you have acid that's through there and it's constantly doing breakdown and breaking down, acidic foods and stuff like that. Notice the colon. The colon is at a 176 hertz on an F frequency. That's because you have poop and you have metabolic waste throughout the colon at all given times of the day. And that's why it's important that you fast, because when you fast, you actually heighten the frequency of your colon. And let's not forget that your colon and your whole entire gut area, which produces serotonin by way of melatonin in the pineal gland, acts as neuron melanin transmitters. So your gut is actually your brain. So in order to raise the frequency of your brain, which is the gut that I'm going to call the first brain, you have to keep it clean and empty for a while and just let it resonate on pure vibrational energy. And the only way you can do that is not putting stuff inside of it. And that's the reason why a lot of us are walking around fat. A lot of us are walking around sleepy and tired and in bad, angry moods. It's because you have a whole lot of waste that's just packed inside of the colon and you need to get rid of it, but you don't never want to actually fast and take certain type of herbal laxatives to relax that bowel and to poop all of these low vibrational energies out, that you just walk around mad and upset all the time when you just really need to take a poop at least 6 to 10 times a day until your colon becomes clean and you can vibrate high again, and all of those melanin neurotransmitters that's produced by serotonin in your stomach can start communicating with the rest of the body again. Notice the gallbladder is at a 164. The pancreas is at a 117. The stomach is at a 110. The brain is at a 315 hertz. You see that the fat cells is at a 295. The muscles is at a 325. The bones is at a 418. Everything inside of your body have a electrical magnetic frequency and have a sound wave frequency that is orbit to. And by way of your outside environment, if you hear another frequency that is out of tune with that, it can completely throw you off balance completely. And why are we talking about this? Because this is very important, because everything that we perceive as reality is by way of sound wave frequencies that goes through the 7 glandular highways, or what we're going to call the 7 chakras. Look, even music play a very, very detrimental role when it comes to how your brain reacts. If you look at the music, look at classical music, y'all. Classical music makes shoppers buy more. Gentle tunes can cure insomnia. How? Writer, composer, and science lecturer John Powell explains. Look at the different brainwave activity when you actually put music inside the environment of the human anatomy. It starts changing the brainwave functioning, and it even changes the colors of the brainwave, showing you that you are sound, and outside sounds actually integrates and can either sync with your sounds, bring down your sounds, or heighten the sound wave patterns or the wave patterns, or we call electrical frequencies inside of your body. It can either make them harmful to your cells, or it can even actually make them more healthy for your cells. And that's the reason why we have the military that use sound weaponry. They usually use weapons of mass destruction just by using sound waves, y'all. Check this stuff out if y'all think I'm lying. They have weapons of mass destructions just by using sound waves. Ultrasonic. Remember, sonic, sound. Sonic means sound. You see that? Ultrasonic weapons. You see that? Redirects here. It said it is not to be confused with hypersonic weapons. Now let's see what this ultrasonic weapon is. Sonic and ultrasonic weapons, USW, or weapons of various types that use sound to injure or incapacitate an opponent. Some sonic weapons make a focused beam of sound or of ultrasound. Others produce an area field of sound. It says as of 2021, military and police forces make some limited use of sound weapons. You see that? That is a sound weapon. And this stuff is used all the time. And that's what they do inside of the FBI interrogation rooms. Say if you don't want to tell, if you don't want to give up, which country is going to take over, they will put you in a dark room and blindfold you. They will immerse you in water, and then they will bring these big ass bioweapon speakers out, and they turn it on hard rock music, because gothic hard rock music is one of your most destructive music in nature. The next, other than hard rock gothic music, is rap music. And what I mean by rap music, I mean about the killing and stealing and, breaking universal practical laws and stuff like that. That is very, very destructive sound waves. That's why we have to start checking and boycotting all of these people that's selling millions and millions of records to our people, degrading the black goddesses and setting the black god up for failure, having them out robbing and stealing and killing each other and gangbanging and in a club, drinking and smoking and worried about material things. This music is fucking my people up. I mean, to the T, because the frequencies that they're feeding, these words that they're putting over sound wave frequencies. So now you're putting low vibrational hertz and sound wave frequencies over, electrical sound wave frequencies you call a beat. When beat were made from things of the anatomy of earth. Usually a drum was made from a skin of an animal, from the bamboo shoots of a tree, from the wood of an oak bark tree. You see that? Usually your wind chimes was made of crystals and a hollow bark of a coconut and things like that. So if you go back into our ancient history, all of our musical instruments was made out of the elements. Now most of the music instrumentals that you're use is made out of the electrical computers. Your 808 is not hitting the base of a drum with skin on it no more. You're hitting a keypad. So you're listening to this already what we're going to call synthetic beat that is not real. So it's going to speed up your age, and it's going to speed up your cells, and it's going to cause mucus to start forming inside of your nervous system. Then on top of that, you put some horrible trashy ass message on top of it. So you're using already synthetic music, and then you're using synthetic or words that kills, because words are powerful, because words are swords spelt backwards, and these words are full of all of this vibrational frequencies and hertz, and you on there talking about fuck a bitch, kill a hoe, rob your nigga, rob your cousin, and this and that, and you wonder why our generation and the population inside of the African communities is so fucked up. Well, it's the music that they're listening to. Not only is it the music that they're listening to, it's the television program, because these are radioactive frequencies that they listening to. Not only that, they're listening to the conversation of their mother and father. This is sound waves or radio waves that's coming, because words are coming from the mothers and the fathers and the older community that they're growing up in, and they're always listening to low thought form frequencies, because you speak about what you think about. Even though that your brain is already emitting wave and frequencies, you're going to speak, and verbalize what's on your mind. So if you're worried about being depressed all day, or you worried about a man leaving you, or if you're worried about this and worried about that, that's all you speaking about. This is subconsciously programming and molding and shaping the minds of the youth and adolescents that's around us, and we wonder why that they operate on such a low frequency and they can't vibrate high. Or children don't have imaginations no more. They don't want to go outside no more because they're locked in and in tune to the frequency. It's like crack. They're tuned to the games. They're in tune. They're addicted to the radios. They're addicted to the television. They're addicted to the cell phones. They're addicted to watching YouTube. They're addicted to watching other people live their lives when they can be living their own lives, because we have been giving them frequencies since they've been babies, and they're addicted to the radioactive sound waves that come from them. Like your body can get addicted to crack cocaine and sugar, your body can get addicted to certain radio waves and frequencies too. And that's why you have people that have a certain song that they listen to all the time. It's not that they like the song, they're addicted to the radio waves that the song emits to them. You see that? Mine was Let It Burn back in 2006 when Usher came out. Let It Burn. Man, it made me feel some type of way because the frequencies. And at that time, I was going through a lot of my life. You know what I'm saying? The whole confession track. I had a lot of confessions I had to talk about. So I got addicted to the frequency. I'm thinking it's the words, but it's actually the frequencies and the vibrations emitting from the words. Do y'all get what I'm saying? If y'all get what I'm saying so far, type in some nines and we can keep this going. If y'all get what I'm saying so far, type in some nines so we can keep this going, because we finna get deep, y'all. We finna get deep. Please have your pens and your pads ready. By the time we get done with this, we need to watch what we plan. We need to watch what we putting on our TVs. Look, fuck the TV for real. We need to take the TVs out of the household for real, unless you got it on YouTube learning something. But look, it gets deep. Okay, all praises. Okay, all praises, all praise. Now check this out, y'all, because it gets deeper. Let's talk about the brain waves. Now look at this. So check this out. Yeah, so you have 7 different waves that your brain makes and that your brain have when you're thinking, or through its electrical patterns, or what we're going to call when dendrites connect to different melanin neurotransmitters. It creates brain wave frequencies and patterns. Your first one will be alpha. Then from alpha it goes to beta. From beta it goes to delta. Delta it goes to theta, and theta it goes to gamma. Now look. Once you get to gamma, you're in a heightened perception. It's when you're above reality and you can literally stand outside of your imaginary body and look at it. When you're in theta, it reduces consciousness, deep meditation, dreams, light sleep, the RAM. They call it RAM sleeping. It's when you sleeping outside of this realm. Literally, I do it all the time. And I'm finna show y'all how to invoke these things. Now, check this out. The theta state is between 4 and 8 hertz. Now, this is when the brain is most subjective to being programmed into learning, because it's reduced consciousness. It's when you're in deep meditation, or it's when your subconscious mind is the most open for perceptual changes, right? Dreaming. This is when you really not sleep, but you woke. At this time, this is where your most magical, etheric, energetic, spiritual experiences that you can experience happen. And I'm gonna show y'all how to provoke that and actually reprogram your brains. Y'all, I do it all the time. But when I first got out of jail, I could not read at all. My reading was horrible, but I got hip to this. I got hip to a doctor, and a doctor told me how to do REM sleeping, and I taught myself how to read. Literally, y'all, I used to read on a kindergarten level. Y'all, I really did. Now I'm an intellectual because I created that lifestyle just by speaking these things through existence and imagining me being this way when I was in REM sleep, when my brain was in theta state. Look, I do this all the time. Then look at the data. Or the delta. Delta is below 4. This is your deep dreamless sleep, loss of bodily awareness. Then you got your alpha. This is your physical and your mental relaxed, awake but drowsy state. Then you got your beta. That's your awake, your normal alert consciousness. A lot of y'all walking around in beta. And that's the reason why y'all angry. That's the reason why y'all mad, because a lot of y'all listening to beta music too. A lot of y'all are beta males. A lot of y'all are beta females. See that you need to be getting down to the gammas and getting down to the thetas and the deltas. That's when you're really starting to wake up and keep your chakras and your glandular highway open and tuned to a high frequency. Now, don't get it wrong. Sometimes I get angry and people bring me down to the beta state. You know what I'm saying? But I always have to go and meditate, use my sounds and my singing bowls and certain techniques that I have learned from the ancestors to my chakras, my glandular highway, to get back to my theta state. Because when you're in that theta state, you're in that Christ state, that Christ consciousness state. Notice the color of these things. These colors matches the certain colors that represents the chakras or the glandular highway in your body. Gamma and theta is your Keter chakra and your third eye chakra. Theta is nothing but third eye. Gamma is Keter. That's when you blasting out of the atmosphere and you no longer is even conscious or aware that you have a physical body. You see what I'm saying? And you can do this with certain states of music. People can induce you into a hypnotic state through certain sound wave frequencies and codes. Y'all just Google this stuff. This stuff do exist, family. I mean, it's out here. I'm not making this stuff up at all. Now, check this out. I want to show y'all something else with music real quick. If y'all getting what I'm saying so far, type in some nines. And I'm getting to a point here. So I hope it don't seem like that I'm just talking and beating around the bush, because all this is building up to something, because we must change what we're putting inside of the electrical magnetic field of our children, of our significant others, of our mothers, of our fathers, of people and brothers and sisters that we call our homeboys or we call our homegirls. We got to make sure that we are tuning their organs and their cells and their theta state the right way. You see that? I respect you enough that when you jump in the car with me, it ain't gonna be no busting nigga head to the white meat playing. It ain't gonna be fuck that hoe, whoop that trick, or none of that playing in the car. You're gonna be listening to some good sound wave frequencies of music that's going to enlighten you, that's going to make you more intellectual, for you can start thinking properly. Because when you wake up, you're gonna realize that you're in a prison system, that you're being oppressed, and now you're able to do something about it because you're vibrating high enough to open your conscious, and now you can intellectually have a plan to get out of oppression and lead your people with you. You can't do that if you drunk off of this music and intoxicated off of these vibrations and sound wave frequencies all the time, and then you're not even aware of these things. And that's the reason why I'm here speaking these things to you, because now you're aware, and now it's up to you to do something about it. But you can never say that there wasn't a God-like being in the earth that didn't tell you about these things. And that's the reason why the universal creator raised gods and raised many messiahs up in the earth, for this very particular reason, for we can bring salvation and savior to the people. Now, am I saying I'm the Christ? No, I'm not. I would never fix my mouth to say that. But am I saying I am a Messiah? Yes, y'all are many messiahs as well. And us being many messiahs, it is our job and responsibility to save our people. It's nobody else's responsibility. It's no other nation's responsibility. Nobody is accountable for the survival or the distinction of their people but the people. And this is why this is my number one responsibility, is to teach y'all these things, for y'all can apply this knowledge and become wise. And once you know the ledge from the wise dome, or what we call wisdom, then you know, okay, if I step over this ledge, I'm knowing the ledge knowledge, then I won't fall off, because I know that this is a wide dome or wisdom. It's all in the wordplay, y'all. It's all in the wordplay. It's all talking about geometrical shapes. It's all talking about sacred geometry, because that's what you are. You are a living, walking, breathing breath form. You are a fifth dimensional being that is stuck in a three-dimensional construct. You stuck in this. This is a meat suit. This is a prison. But you can break free with sound waves. And I'm going to show y'all how to do it. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. Now check this out. Let me play this for you. I want to feel it pull up on my screen.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, if I want you to astral project, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
The brain processes information
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, if I want you to astral project, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with the cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency. If you can broadcast frequencies carrying information, this technology has long been known, carrying information and perceptions within the frequency that the brain decodes information, code those frequencies and will have those perceptions. You can externally influence people's perceptions externally by broadcasting these frequencies that we interact with, because we are antenna.
What about now, y'all? Am I back? I'm finna try to play it another way. We ain't gonna let them do this. Can y'all hear and see me? Is it sound now? Can y'all hear me? It keeps freezing. We can't hear the video. What about now? Can y'all see me? Okay, now look, let me just do this. Let me see if I share the screen, will it work? Man, y'all know I see what's going on. Let me share the screen and see if this will work, y'all. Let me share the screen and pull this up like this. Now, how this look, y'all? Can y'all see it? I'm gonna try to do it this way.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, if I want you to astral project, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with the cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency. If you can broadcast frequencies carrying information, this technology has long been known, carrying information and perceptions within the frequency that the brain decodes.
Y'all see that? Y'all see the frequency of fear? So you can actually program a frequency to broadcast fear, and you can put fear over people, and people don't even know that inside the music that they're listening to, inside of certain conversations that y'all having with military psychiatrists, they're installing fear inside of you through certain brainwave frequencies, through certain sounds, through certain things that's coming through the earth. They have all these different technologies out that's emitting sound and making you scared, because they need you to be in fear, because they live off of your fear. Your fear emits a certain frequency that feeds these low thought form frequencies, y'all. I mean, I'm not lying. And fear stands for false evidence appearing real. So check this out. So it's certain frequencies that can recode or decode your DNA. Your DNA is made of different strands in reality. These different strands break down in letters, and these different letters all have a different tone or radio frequency that's being emitted from your body, and they can change this with their technology. They doing it all the time. They doing it through the food. They doing it through chemtrails. They doing it through water. They doing it through the radio station, the television. They doing it through color therapy. They doing it through everything, y'all.
Information, the brain will decode those frequencies and will have those perceptions. You can externally influence people's perceptions externally by broadcasting these frequencies that we interact with, because we are antenna.
The sad reality is that where we...
Y'all heard what he said. We are an antenna. Your hair is an antenna. Your hair is an extension of your nervous system. Your hair is connected to your brain, because your hair is connected to every nerve endings that's pushed through your skin. Your hair literally scans your environment for radio frequencies and for tones and different wave patterns. It scans the environment, then it brings the information back through the skin, and then the skin communicates with the brain and tells the body how to interact with the environment once it's been scanned. So your hair is literally an antenna, all the hair on your arms, your legs, and that's why you're not supposed to be shaving like that. Because these hairs are antennas that scans the environment, that decodes the electrical magnetic frequencies or sound waves that's coming from the external environment, decoding it eternally, and then telling you how to operate by shaping and molding certain proteins in your body, for you can actually react out in your actuality or in your environment according to what it just scanned. I hope y'all got that.
Now play our music is an A440. Where did that come from? Where we now play our music is an A440. Where did that come from? It used to be 417.
You see that? So they even changed. This wicked bastard done changed the frequency of our beat machines, of our music, of the radio stations, of the music programming, of the TVs, of everything. Y'all see that? It's so we used to play it in 417 hertz, but now they done change it to A44. Why did they change it to A44? Why such a low frequency? They know what they doing. Now I need y'all to listen real carefully and close to what he's saying, and I got many other sources of scientists that's backing everything up that he's speaking about and everything up that I'm speaking about.
Reality is that where we now play our music is an A440. Where did that come from? It used to be 417. A440 came in with the Roman Catholic Church. They suppressed the frequencies. They lost somehow the 152 of the best Gregorian chants, including the hymn to St. John the Baptist, which we've now recovered. Then that particular hymn was what triggered Dr. Palaio's investigation, looking for those frequencies of vibration by which the music was played. It was known as the most uplifting hymn of all the ages.
Y'all hear that? So they found the voice of Yahweh. They found the voice of God many years ago. You know, a lot of people still trying to seek the voice of God. They been found it and they manipulated it. You see that? It's certain hymns and songs, even back in your biblical days or even back in Kemet. It's certain songs and rhythms that you sing that automatically retune the body. And that's the reason why the Hebrew slaves sung Negro spirituals. Notice they were set at a certain frequencies. Wade in the water, wade in the water. Children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. These different songs is opening up meridian pathways and was rebalancing the glandular highway, opening up chakras and meridians to keep you from being oppressed mentally. You see that? You see that? That's a reason why people sung so much. That's a reason why people in the cotton fields clapped so much. Where do you think they got this from? They got this from the west banks of Africa before they was picked up on slave ships and brought over here. And that was the way that they can stay in tune and connected to the ancestors, because they took the language, they changed the language. We couldn't speak, we couldn't read, but we could sing though. So they figured out a way to express their DNA through singing Negro spirituals. They sung spiritual songs that they can feel to mold and shape and comfort their DNA. Y'all see that? So they been found the voice of God, y'all. They been found this in the late 1800s, y'all. Don't let them play y'all. They have advanced technology deep within the Vatican. They have advanced technology at Beersheba military base in Maryland. They have advanced technology in Area 51. They have advanced technology up under Tampa and Orlando grounds, where they have all these secret underground military base throughout Florida. They are using these frequencies. Why y'all think if you go to every state, they have a tower with a big ass alarm on it, and they speak through it at the beginning of every month, and they call it a sirens? You know, this is just a practical sirens. We're practicing just in case war come, just in case a tornado come. Man, look, they playing all types of shit through these airways and ping pong and proteins and ionic plates all inside of your melanin transmitters, confusing your body from even being able to connect with its etheric spiritual body at all times. So it behooves y'all to learn the ways of the ancestors. It behooves y'all to learn the way that you tune up your frequency in your body. And look, clapping is one of them. Singing, stomping your feet is one of them. You know, yelling is one of them. Negro spirituals is one of them. Chimes is one of them. Singing bowls is one of them. Using crystals is one of them. All of these are ways of doing what I'm talking about now, which is retuning your body or learning a music instrument. It's one of them. Just make sure that you're not learning low thought form frequencies and vibrations when you're learning music from them. Buy you a guitar and a piano, buy you a flute, and learn these frequencies, y'all, and you can literally reformat your whole entire body, because your body is a biological computer that runs off frequencies.
Spiritually uplifting hymn to St. John the Baptist, was played to 6 tones. These are those 6 tones. These are those 6 frequencies. And so the A440 is what now is the standard tuning. If you go A439, you're closer to one of the Creator's tones. If you go A441, you're closer to one of the Creator's original tones.
So he's showing you the original tones of the Creator. A441, A449, A417. See that these are frequencies and tones that's created to the sound waves of the universe. And that's the way the Africans named God, Unkalunkalu. Because that's the way the ground used to shake when they danced, in the trees, and when you listen to nature, Unkalunkalu. Unkalunkalu. So they said, oh, this is how nature vibrates. That's what we gonna call him. Or you got the Tibetan monks, whenever they sit down and whenever they meditate, they go because that's the way that the sun speaks. The sun have its own radio sound waves, and it and we're gonna listen to the sun as well. So we see what different cultures and different people were doing. We're the only people that's addicted to technology and that's addicted to other people's culture. But if you look at these other different cultures that got everything from Africa, they were in tune. The name of God was named after certain sounds that nature made. The name of angels was named after certain sounds that nature made. How you named your children was after certain characteristics that they displayed when they was younger. We have to get back into that culture. We have to get back into that reality.
That's how precisely it has been manipulated. To do what? To shut down the 95% of your brain, particularly the right brain that operates the heart mind for the divine.
Y'all hear that? So this is all to shut down 95% of your brains. I'm going to play this and let this go through. Check this out, y'all. Let's get deep.
That's how precisely it has been manipulated. To do what? To shut down the 95% of your brain, particularly the right brain that operates the heart mind for the divine human community.
Some decades ago, there was a guy who worked out the frequencies of different emotional states. This is long ago. I mean, it's very, very sophisticated now. So every thought, every emotional response is a frequency. It generates a frequency, and it is of itself a frequency. Hate is a frequency, and it's different to love.
Y'all hear that? Hate
when
is a frequency. Hate is a frequency, and it's different from love. Oh, we
are in a room and there's lots of aggression,
and that shows you that hate hurts you more than it hurts the person you hating, because you're generating these frequencies inside of your body, messing up your cellular mechanism in your body of state of being in homeostasis. You're literally causing acidic environment coming to your cells because you holding grudge, or you jealous, and you envious of somebody else. So all you mealy mouth Negroes is hating me, that's hating my big brother. You ain't killing me, you killing yourself. You causing cancerous cells to happen inside your own biology. It ain't doing nothing to me.
And conflict and hatred, you feel it. What do people say? Oh God, you can cut the atmosphere with a knife in there. That is because the frequencies of hate and conflict have been so generated, they have changed the electromagnetic field of the room.
When you go driving your car and your channel on the radio is tuned to a station and you're grooving to the music, you love that music. As you get farther and farther away from the broad.
And I'm gonna get off. We're gonna go to something else. But look, man, this stuff gets deeper and deeper and deeper, y'all. It really does. Stuff gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Now check this out. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this stuff going. Cause I mean, like, it's so much information that we can go through. Now I want to talk about how this happens. Now this is the complex sound wave, right? So you hearing nothing but wave frequencies and patterns. It then go through your ears and it sets off a vibration. You then decode and interpretate that vibration as a sound. That sound then formulates meaning because we have created words like boom. Boom didn't mean nothing until you put a definition to it. Yo didn't mean something until you put a definition to it. You see that? Once you give sound meaning, then it makes words. And that's what we do when we decode sound waves. Just for instance, if you don't speak Hebrew and I says shalom aleichem, ani ohev atah, ani ohev ateka, or you know what I'm saying, I love you, in English, you know, it sounds like a bunch of vibrational gibberish into you. Until you learn the meaning of the sound, then it formulated words. Oh, he said, I love you. That's the same thing that happens in the universe. And that's the reason why we can't have been tuned enough, or we haven't been disciplined enough to give these different frequencies that we hear throughout our everyday life meaning. You see that? Because everything has sound to it. And then notice that these waves come in certain hertz, 300 hertz, 400 hertz, 550 hertz. These single wave frequencies mean something. That's why conversations matter. Music matters. Television matters. The areas that you stay in matters. Being around loud noise all day and white noise all day, that matters. Being around dark noise and pink noise, that matters, because that stuff actually damages your cells, or it makes your cells function better. So we have to be very careful about the tones and the frequencies that we are letting around our children and that we're letting around ourselves and into our environment. I mean, we really do, y'all. We really do. And then even the sun is a frequency. The sun is speaking everything into existence. S-O-N or S-U-N, whichever one y'all want to call it, or however way you want to go. Even the sun, y'all. And let's get into that as well, because the sun actually have vibrational frequencies. Now check this out. Let me show you how the sun works. So this is what the sun is doing. So the sun is emitting frequencies every second of the day, and it bounces. You see that? It says to Earth in Soho, and the sun goes and these sound wave path that it's taking is vibrating so hard and so fast that it is literally speaking and beaming everything in existence. That's why you read the Bible and talk about the book of Colossians, that by him all things consist, and without him everything will cease to exist, because S-U-N-S-O-N, the Son of God is speaking all creation into existence. And let me show you the sound of it. And this is literally what the monks hum to. Now check this out, y'all. Check this stuff out, y'all. I ain't got to make none of this up. This stuff is just, it's crazy.
You're actually hearing the vibration of the sun. It almost has a warmth to it. It's just enough where I can almost feel the sound on my skin or on my clothes. I imagine feeling the sun, moving next to me. My name is Alex Young, and I am the Associate Director for Science in the Heliophysics Science Division here at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center. When anything material moves, waves travel through it, and the same thing happens inside the sun. And these waves are traveling, bouncing around inside the sun, and if your eyes were sensitive enough, you'd actually could see this jiggle. But what scientists have done is they've taken that jiggle and turned it into a sound that we can hear with our own ears. The sun is vibrating at lots of different frequencies, and one of the things that's pretty cool about that is we can use those vibrations in the sun to look inside the sun. We don't have straightforward ways to look inside the sun. We don't have a microscope to zoom inside the sun. So using a star or the sun's natural vibrations allows us to see inside of it. And we can see huge rivers of solar material flowing around.
Y'all hear what he said? He said anything that moves have sound waves going through it.
You're actually hearing the vibration of the sun. It almost has a warmth to it. It's just enough where I can almost feel the sound on my skin or on my clothes. I imagine feeling the sun, moving next to me. My name is Alex Young, and I am the Associate Director for Science in the Heliophysics Science Division here at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center. When anything material moves, waves travel through it, and the same thing happens inside the sun. And these waves are traveling, bouncing around inside the sun, and if your eyes were sensitive enough, you'd actually could see this jiggle. But what scientists have done is they've taken that jiggle and turned it into a sound that we can hear with our own ears. The sun is vibrating at lots of different frequencies, and one of the things that's pretty cool about that is we can use those vibrations in the sun to look inside the sun. We don't have straightforward ways to look inside the sun. We don't have a microscope to zoom in.
Now y'all hear him saying, y'all hear what he's saying, right? Now, if the sun is vibrating, right, and you need at least 2 hours of sunlight a day, black man. If you need at least 2 hours a day of sunlight, what does that mean? That means that the sun is speaking to y'all. Y'all remember probably like 4 months ago, I said that the sun is literally giving you information. This is what I'm talking about. The sun is teaching you and speaking to you because the sun is an entity. It has intellectual properties. The sun is straight feeding you light cold frequencies called bioflavonoids or biophotons. Do I hear what he's saying? So that's why it behooves us to get out in the sun and to let that sun literally speak to our cholesterol and convert it into vitamin D and vitamin D3, to speak to our melanin, melanocytes in our blood and crystallized melanin, our eumelanin, our pheomelanin, our cosmic melanin, our neuromelanin, and convert this condensed sunlight, these ultraviolet rays, into sound wave frequencies to be stored up inside of our bodies. To you when you sitting outside. That's why you need to be in the sun all the time before you can learn. It's called getting downloads, y'all. Downloads. Downloading light cold frequencies. Now, it gets deeper because these same things are inside of your foods. These things are inside of your water. These things are inside of colors. These things are inside of everything. Now check this out. I just want to read a few things to y'all, and then we're gonna go ahead and go deeper into this. Now check this out. This deal says, let me blow it up a little taste. This deal says electricity is everywhere, even in the human body. Our cells are specialized to conduct electrical currents. The elements in our body like sodium, calcium, and magnesium have a specific electrical charge. Almost all of our cells can use these charged elements like ions and generate electricity. Now y'all see, y'all can look this stuff up. Here go the sources and the sites. The body is electrical, y'all. And I'm getting to this for a reason, because electricity is how you get sound wave frequencies. Check this stuff out, y'all. All right, now check this out. It says, by testing the response of the human body on vibrating platforms, many researchers found that the human whole body fundamental resonant frequency to be at around 5 hertz, which is way higher, y'all, way higher. Every year they go up because, you know, they still haven't learned the African tradition way. It says, however, in recent years, an indirect method has been poised, which appears to increase the resonant frequency to approximately 10 hertz. Y'all see that? Check this out. Look at the sources. Y'all can look this stuff up yourselves. I'm not making none of this up. All right, now check this out. Sounds. It says, now sound affects us physiologically in very powerful ways, because hearing is the primary warning sense. A sudden sound will set or start a process that releases cortisol and increases your heart rate. It changes your breathing. So sound is very, very important. And that's the reason why the sun actually have a lot of sound to it. Let's read up on this. It says, the sun indeed, check this out, y'all. The sun does indeed generate sound. And it says in the form of pressure waves. So the sun is speaking, y'all. It says these are produced by huge pockets of hot gas that raise from deep within the sun, traveling at hundreds of thousands of miles per hour to eventually break through the solar surface. Check out the sources. So even the sun is speaking. The sun is speaking light cold frequencies and waves, generating everything into existence. And that's the reason why the sun is intellectual and is intelligent, because it speaks. That's why you can download etheric light cold frequencies when you sitting outside in nature doing your communions in the morning. When you sitting outside in nature, you know, stretching and breathing, doing your breath work in the morning. When you sitting outside in nature, just praying in the morning, because the sun is speaking. It is humming to you. While the Tibetan monks and all of those in India do when they meditating, because that's the vibrational sound that the sun is giving off on the surface of the sun. It's straight humming. It is meditating itself. The sun is it's constantly generating all of the ancestors' genetic information and giving it back to you. That's why we need the sun, because without the sun, you have no melanin. Without the sun, you have no carbon. Without the sun, you have no life, because oxygen, carbon, and all these different, the whole carbon constituent chains and oxygen and hydrogen comes from the sun. You see that? And the sun is constantly speaking things to existence, and by all things consist of the sun. And without the sun, when none of these things exist, the moment that the sun stops, then everything stopped being spoken into existence. It uses us to get out in that sun and sit out and convert these ultraviolet rays into melanin, and let this melanin feed our body, because our ancestors are beating through the sun. The sun is emitting all types of bioflavonoids. It's called photosynthesis. It does it to the plants. It does it to the animals. It does it to all living creatures. All of it. Now check this out. Just in case y'all think I'm Yaki just off his rocker here. He just doing this to justify using singing bowls and all this. You know how y'all Negroes are. Now check this out. It gets deeper. It gets deeper. Let's go and pull this deal up real quick. Where is it? Let me pull him on up. Real quick. Now check this out. We're going to go into play mode here. Now check this out. So the DNA breaks down into deoxyribonucleic acid. Inside of deoxyribonucleic acid, you have all these constituent chains, and these chains, or peptides, or what you call them, They break down into histones. These histones break down into DNA, and these DNAs are made of frequencies, or what you call the code to reality, the code that makes up the fabric of reality. And these codes have certain genetic codes like A, G, G, T, I, C, A, G, G, T, I, C, T, T, I, J, G, C. And these letters are made of sound, y'all. In order to get words, you have to have a sound. Once you put meaning to the sound, then you form letters. Whenever you form letters, these create words. Your DNA is a book. Your DNA is full of passwords and sounds to unlock you to different realities and dimensions. If you want to go in outer space, you have to unlock and tap into the inner space, your DNA, because this is sound wave frequency. That's why they doing everything in their power to fuck up your DNA. That's why they want to give you nanobot technology, luciferase, baby tissue, dead tissue fetus and DNAs through these vaccinations, because they know if they alter your DNA, they will alter your frequency. And if they alter your frequency, then they can change your DNA and alter it, for you cannot unlock the God that is within. So when y'all look at this black man, y'all just see carbon. I see the letters that created the universe in this man. I see the letter and the elements that created existence in this man, because you are the original human being. You are the original man here on earth. Here on earth. Check this out. CTGGG, TCA, TCGG. This is the frequency and the codes to the universe, y'all. Now let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We're going to get straight to it, because I don't want to be all day. I don't want to be all day. Let's move back a little bit, though. Let's move it back a little bit. It says the instructions within the DNA of a single cell, if written out, will fill 1,600 page books. Each cell is a world brimming with as many as 200 trillion tiny groups of atoms called molecules. You see that? Our 46 human chromosome threads linked together would measure more than 6 feet. Yet the cell nucleus can contain them. The cell nucleus contained them is less than 10,000ths of an inch in diameter. Now, Pete, what it just said. This is how much information and intellect and sound wave frequencies that the sun is just talking to you and feeding you. Look, it's over. Let me read this again. The instructions within the DNA of a single cell, y'all, if written out, would fill 1,600 page books. You see that? 1,600 page books. That's how much information that you have within inside of you. That's how much the creator and the universal creator is speaking to you and expressing, downloading frequencies and codes into you. You are the oracle of God, black man, black woman, whether you want to be or not. Whether you want to be or not. Whether you want to be or not. Straight up. Now, we don't need to go here. That's for another time. Let's get straight to it. Now, what makes up DNA is amino acids. Now, each amino acid have its own frequency and have its own information tied into it. When it comes together like this is what you call an amino acid structure, or this is what they call a protein. And all a protein is different information that's connected to another information that makes a long sentence. You see that? So for instance, this peptide right here probably says set the eyes to be brown and set the hair to be black. You see that? So these different sounds make letters, these letters make words, these words make sentences, and then that becomes your genetic code. That's why it's very important that we watch what frequencies and sounds we're listening to, because it's something that can undo this. Now your eyes is puffy and popping out your head, and now you got thyroid issues, and now your liver is swollen and failing. You see that? Or now you have arthritis and joint pain, or now you have sickle cell anemia because you're not getting the right amount of instructions to grab the oxygen molecule. There's so many things that can be going on when you're being fed the wrong frequencies or the wrong instructions, because all music and all tones and radio frequencies and sound wave frequencies are instructions, whether you like that fact or not. That's why we have to be very, very careful of the things we listen to, of names that we answer to. Now, you don't got to answer to everybody calling you out of your name. You know what I'm saying? Don't answer the bitch, because then you will biologically become a bitch. See what I'm saying? All of this stuff matters, y'all. And then we have your minerals, your minerals. And y'all know what mineral is, but we're going to break it down anyway. Now, remember, we just read that the electrical currency in our body was potassium, was magnesium, and was calcium. These things are electrical. It's electrical for a reason. That's why the body needs minerals, and that's why most of your diseases are mineral deficiencies, because the minerals is what's holding the frequency. The minerals is what's holding the tunes to the sounds. That's why they call minerals electrolytes. It's called electrolyte for a reason, because it's electric. It helps convey electricity. The longer I can keep the electricity on, the longer I can play the frequency, just like a keyboard. If that keyboard ain't plugged into the wall, you're not getting no damn sound. Just like electrical guitar. If the electrical guitar is not plugged into the wall, you're not getting no sound. So you need the plug or the electricity or the minerals to keep the body in a balance of homeostasis. And then y'all know minerals. I just showed y'all this before. Minerals, you see that, men or all. And the minerals are an organic substance of a natural occurrence. Notice what it's broke down to, men or all. And then you look up the word man, and man actually means to come from or from above. You see that? It says from or out of, by, the reason of, at, or more than. So mineral literally means to come from. Right? That's what men means, to come from. Then you look at the word or, men or all. Or means light. So come from the light, because light is frequency. Light is electric. Light is sound. You see that? In the beginning, God said, let there be light. Let there be sound. You see that? So man means from, or means light, and then all means upon or above or over. So mineral or men or all, meaning coming from the light above. Well, you come from the light above. Well, guess what the light above is? It's the sun, S-U-N-S-O-N. It's the Son of God. And the Son of God is speaking light code frequencies, and is speaking it to such a high vibratory rate of resonance that it is literally emitting all things to become solid. Everything that is in the invisible realm becomes visible, because the sun is speaking it in existence. And that's the reason why Bill Gates is trying to stop the sun. Is trying to blot out the sun. That's the reason why the Romans and the wicked Israelites killed the Son of God. You see that? And without these things, you get the wrong frequencies and information, and it literally uncoils or damages your DNA. And that's why you see this man with broken DNA. It all makes sense. See that melanin effectively absorb sunlight. People like melanin don't exist. It's carbon. Melanin and carbon and sugar is the same thing. It says, in fact, it is able to dissipate over 99.9% of absorbed UV radiation. Sound waves, radioactive waves. Last time I checked, when you turn on a radio, broadcasting sounds come from a radio. So your melanin is full of what? Sound waves. It's full of frequencies. It's full of vibrations. It's full of electricity. It's full of light. It's full of light code frequencies. This means that the pigment can shield skin from harmful sun rays. Darker skinned people are naturally more resistant to harmful effects of the sunlight. Now, this is all going somewhere, y'all. So just bear with me here. Now, let's get into photons, because photons is the same as light. A photon is a frequency that comes directly from the sun, and these photons is what feeds your fruits, what feeds your vegetables, and feeds your plant-based food. It don't feed your cooked animal food. It don't feed your cooked animal's pus that you call milk, or that you call ice cream and all that other bullshit. It don't feed all of your cooked gluten grains that you call bread and stuff like that. It feeds simple amino acid structures, simple monosaccharides, simple sugars and disaccharides, things that are part of Genesis 1:29, the diet, the eternal diet in the beginning that you're supposed to be eating. See, that's what helps tune your body. That's what helps realign your body. That's what helps actually tune your frequency. Photons. It comes from the Greek word phos. This is where you get photo from. You see that? Light is what it means. It means light. It is a type of elementary particle. It is the quantum of the electrical magnetic field, including electrical magnetic radiation, such as light and radio waves. There we go. Sound waves again. A photon is a sound wave, but notice sound waves are light. They don't never want to tell you this shit, though. And the force carrier of the electrical magnetic force, y'all. It gets deeper. It gets deeper. Biophotons. Let's read this. Biophotons in Greek meaning life. Biolight, light. It means the life of the light, because the light, Christ is the light and the light of the world. The Son of God is the light and the light of the world. SONSUN. It gets deeper, y'all. It gets, look, it gets so deep. We can go astrology with this thing. We can go astrology with this thing. When the sun in the winter solstice was coming into its existence, it actually came through the house of Virgos or Virgin. So the Son of God was actually born of a virgin, a Virgo. See that? Look, we can go astrology with this. We can go zodiac with this. We can go human with this. We can talk about SON in the sky. We can talk about SUN in the sky. However y'all want to do it. This is how real these things is, because it all comes from above, and from different perspectives in the way you shift your consciousness, it all still can make sense. So we knocking people that believe in astrology, and we knocking people that believe in Christ, or we knocking people in this, and we knocking people in Christianity, which come from Kemet. We knocking people in the Hebraic faith, which is still stems from African or Canaanite tradition. Whether y'all want to agree to it or not, we got all the evidence to prove these things. Everybody religion bashing everybody else religion, and it's all just simple other ways of conceptualizing God. That's it. What, you gonna condemn the brother that's in the rainforest? He's in that rainforest, the jungles. He been there his whole life. He's never seen civilization. He ain't never had a book or a Bible. Y'all telling me he going to the lake of fire because he never read a Bible in his life? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. He have his own way he conceptualized God. His concept of God is through nature. It's through trees. It's through water. It's through the rain, because it rains all day in the rainforest. I bet you his spirituality is connected to the water. Don't we have to make these things make sense? You see that? We got to make them make sense, family, because the moment that you start going into religion dogma, then nothing makes sense no more. Our religion was supposed to be a way that you conceptualize God in your different region or culture. Now it have became bondage. And now the very things that I'm talking about, y'all deem as witchcraft. Y'all call it being of witchery or sorcery and all this. Like, we could talk about the 12 disciples, or we could talk about the 12 zodiacs, or we could talk about the 12 melanated clusters that's in the brain. What's the difference? Or we could talk about the 12 tribes of Israel. What's the difference? You see that? What's the difference? I don't get it. Or we can talk about the house, or what you call the Orion's belts, when it was in the manger. And then it was 3 stars that day when the stars fell on the west, and Christ, or the Son of God, was born in Virgo of the Virgin. And then they call the 3 stars the 3 wise men. And then they call the house of the manger in the zodiac a manger. He was born in a manger. We can take this to astrology, astronomy, all the way back down to the physical realm. You see that? Is that a coincidence? Or is Yaki just making shit up? Is that a coincidence? Or Yaki just here making shit up? Boy. Anyways, so let's see what biophotons is. Biophotons meaning life, meaning light. A photon of light. It says in the ultraviolet or low visible light range that are produced by a biological system. So this light is living. This light is living. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. It says, does this guy believe in Jesus? No, I don't believe in Jesus. I do believe in the first begotten son, which is a Mashiach Yahushua, though. And I believe in that because I have plenty of evidence and historical facts and histories and historians speaking about him. Even his own enemy spoke of him. Even his own enemy spoke of him. But can I take this astrological? Yes, I can. Can I take this to the zodiacs? Yes, I can. Because all of it is talking about the same exact thing. I believe that I am a Messiah. I believe my brothers are Messiahs. I believe there's many Messiahs out here, but I believe all take form after the one and true Messiah. And y'all saying, but look, that's my concept and how I conceptualize God. You don't got to hate me because of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate people that don't believe in Christ. I still build with. I don't hate you. Because your Christ is in a different way that you conceptualize God. I'm not knocking you for it. That's what I choose to believe. It works good for me. It's working good for my family. You see that? I'm not knocking nobody. Long as you're not into homosexual behaviors, which goes against nature, and you're not flat out going against nature and you're not serving Satan, then we can build. because I can't knock you from the way you choose to conceptualize God. Your concept of God or the God concept will always be different from any different culture because you're not a part of this region. Just like people in the rainforest. How in the hell can you expect them to know about Christ and to know about God of the Bible when they never had a Bible? When they never had it. All they know is trees, rains, tigers. That's all they know. All they know is Tarzan type of shit. That's all they know. How we gonna knock them from trying to conceptualize God in the rainforest as serving rain and stuff like that? It's all about the Christ consciousness. Christ is a concept before anything. Let's speak on it. Look, even I believe he existed. If you don't, you can't knock his concept of never sinning, of never doing harm to your brothers and sisters, of loving a people enough to die for them. You can't knock that concept. That concept is an African concept. You see that? A rising above, of being so powerful that he healed people, a herbalist, traveled around the whole entire world and healed people, learned up under all types of ascended masters to become the ascended master. I mean, you can't knock the concept. And that's what I'm saying. We got to get out of this religion war, this religion dogma that's causing us to be separated. The way you choose to concept God or your concept, your God concept, that's yours. Long as you talking about freeing the people, use it. If it can free the people, use it. And then when we come together as collective whole, put it to the side. Use it in your household. When we get together, we're going to talk about common issues that's keeping the black man down. It's keeping the black woman down. It's keeping the black man and black woman depressed, oppressed, and suppressed. You see that? When you at home, you can be the king, priest, and prophet over your household. But amongst the table, we have to come together and we have to agree to something, common denominators. That's all I'm talking about. But anyways, let's keep it going. Now we got Fritz Albert Popp. He's the person that actually found these biophotons, y'all. He actually found these things, right? Now, even your colors go through frequencies. They have their own frequencies. We see green is at a 523.3. We see blue is at a 554.4. We see purple is at a 587.8. We see violet is at a 622.3. We see red is at a 370. Notice how low it gets when you get to the red, when you get to that root chakra, boy. Straight up, it get low in a mug. You see orange is a 440.0. See your yellow, which is solar plex, is at a 466.2. So even different colors. Watch the colors that you have in your house. Watch the color that you wearing all day. All right. When you're trying to get sexy for your man, you don't have to put on that red. Put on some purple. You know what I'm saying? Even though you finna stimulate him sexually, stimulate his mind too. Well, I mean, red. Put on something purple. Put on something green. Green is very intellectual. You know what I'm saying? Put on something from the heart chakra on up. And you can even do solar plex chakra, which is yellow. But just stay up. Don't be going all low with the red. You know what I'm saying? Because then y'all having low vibrational sex. And that's acidic sex. That's angry sex. You don't think it's angry acidic sex because you in the act, and the act is you're playing God, so it feels good. But I mean, that red, it's acidic sex. So make sure that the colors are right when you lay down with your significant other. That way y'all can vibrate high and go to heaven together when y'all experiencing those eternal orgasms. All right. Let's get it. All right, now check this out. Oh, snap. Vibrational nutrition. Yes, your nutrition, your food have a certain vibrational frequency on them. Genetically modified organisms really are low in vibrations created by Monsanto, clinically proven toxins. This is low. Make sure that your food has seeds and make sure that they're organically grown because the vibrational frequency are very low on them. Quinoa, once thought to be a superfood, recent research has shown it's not. Yes, because it's very acidic if you eat too much of it. See, that spelt is too. Very acidic. It's very low in vibrational frequencies. Your meat is most definitely low on the vibrational frequency scale. You see that? Let's read what this says. This says many people still cling to the outdated idea that nutrition have to do with the things like calories, fat, carbs, protein, fiber, nutrients, and a myriad of other misleading metrics. It says, according to scientific evidence that have yet to be discovered, real nutrition comes down to one thing. The vibrational frequency of the food you eat. That means if that food is growing high in altitude, if that food is grown closest to the sun, if that food had any bad music played around it, if that food had anybody talking crazy over it, that's why your plants show if you talk crazy around your plants, they die. But if you talk good around your plants, they grow. If you put good names on your water and label your water health, name it life, name it love, it tastes good and it actually heals the body. But if you put bad things over that water, then it actually becomes acidic. See that? You are more than just a physical being. You are powerful. You are God. It says it's amazing, but it really is that easy. The lower the frequency, the more toxic food is for you. The higher the frequency, the more physical and spiritual, nutritional it is. Eat vibrationally. You see that? Eat vibrationally. That's deep. I like that. Now, then you get to the human brain. All of these have their own frequency. And you see, the lower the frequency go, the more you go into actual sickness. You see that? The more you go into sickness. Cancer starts at a 42 hertz. See that? 42 hertz is where your cancer starts at. We got to bring it up. Herpes at a 52. Candida at a 55. Flu symptoms at a 57. Cold symptoms at a 58. Y'all see that? I'm not making this stuff up. This stuff is here. This stuff is here. Let me make sure y'all getting this so far. Let me turn this thing back on. If y'all seeing this stuff, I ain't making. If y'all seeing this stuff, put some nines up in the chat for me. If y'all seeing this stuff, put some nines in the chat. If y'all got this and what I'm talking about, put some nines in the chat. Put some nines up in the chat if y'all see what I'm talking about. Dang, what happened to my bracket? Hold on, let me find my bracket too. What's going on here? If y'all seeing this, put some nines in the chat, y'all. This some deep stuff, man. You can't make this up. All praises, all praises. I'm glad y'all getting this. All praises. All right, let's get back to it. Let me change this back out for y'all. Blowing back up. Now, let's talk about your brain being a battery. Yes, positive, negative, and your brain's supposed to be alkaline. Just like the rest of your body supposed to be alkaline. Now, the human brain is a battery. It says it's a battery, or rather a collection of approximately 80 billion batteries. So your brain is 80 billion batteries, y'all. Do y'all hear that? Each neuron in the brain processes the ability to accumulate a charge across its cell membrane, which results in a small but meaningful voltage. The average neuron contains a resting voltage of approximately 7 millivolts, or 0.07 volts. This is quite small when compared to the 1.5 volts in a AA battery, or the 115 volts in a wall socket. It says what is interesting though is that although 70 millivolts may seem insignificant on a microscopic scale, it says at which it occurs in fascinating volts. It says voltage is defined as an electrical potential difference between 2 points. In the case of the AA battery, this potential difference is measured between the top positive and the bottom negative of the battery, and is due in excess of negative charge at the negative pole. In a neuron, the potential difference is measured across the lipid. You see that? The lipid bilayer, and the intracellular side is generally more negative. Normally, the lipid bilayer is around 5 nanometers thick, which means that the 7 millivolt potentially difference is separated by only 5, 10, 9 meters. In contrast, a AA battery poles or at each end of the battery in 2 inches. So now if you got 150 trillion cells, and each cell in your body has a 0.7 millivolt. Add that up. 7 times 150 trillion. That's how many volts that you got in your body. You produce electrical storms in your body every day. And that's why thunder and lightning is so amazing. And then you realize you can actually take pictures of these foods and these things, of this resonance that I'm talking about. So not only do your food need to be right, not only do your music need to be right, but your water need to be right. And that's the things we're going after. Now look at all these electrical foods, because your food is electrical. Your food actually is being spoken to by the sun as well. Just like you're being spoken to by the sun, your food is spoken by the sun as well. Y'all see that? And I don't want to go too far, just showing y'all some stuff. Just showing y'all some things. Now, let's get to it. Let's talk about this and we're going to get up out of here. We're going to get up out of here. So I'm showing y'all to show you this. What you putting in your body matters. The frequencies that you listen to matters. The music that you're listening to matters. The water that you're drinking matters, because all these things are molded or shaped and are formed by frequency chemistry that's coming from the etheric realm. Your body is a music instrument. You have eardrums, dum 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 dum. You have a cerebellum, ding, ding, ding. You have vocal cords. Cords are on pianos or on guitars. See that? You have a spinal cord. These same cords are on pianos and on guitars. And you have internal organs and organs you play at church. So your whole, and you have a voice box that's connected to the trachea. So your whole entire body, you have brain waves, you have alpha brain waves, you have delta brain waves, you have beta brain waves, you have theta brain waves. So everything about your body, each 150 trillion cells in your body actually holds a currency charge of 0.07 volts, or what they call millivolts. So your entire body is a musical sound wave bio entity. Like literally understand how electrical magnetic we are, and you have an electrical magnetic grid that comes from your heart that surrounds and protects your body. Well, this grid can be changed by the currency of the electricity or the sound waves that's coming from it. So let's just be more positive when it comes to eating food. Let's make sure our food is not GMO. Let's make sure our food has a high vibrational frequency, and that comes from your food not being cooked. So the more you can eat raw foods like raw kale, raw bananas, raw peaches, raw apples, raw fruits, and raw vegetables, the higher the frequency is, because the sun got to vibrate into it and speak life into it to make it vibrate high. The same thing when you sit out in the sun and you soak that melanin. The sun is literally giving you intellectual properties and giving you eons and trillions of years of information that you can have right at your fingertips if you learn how to open your chakras and balance your glandular highway. You see that? So we have to watch what we listening to, what we letting our children listen to. We have to make sure we drinking electrical spring water, which is natural alkaline water. We need to make sure we drinking our H3O2, which is fruit juices. Eat a lot of fruits. Your diet should be 80% fruits and 20% vegetables. No bullshit meat at all, and nothing that come from a dead animal, because all that do is lower your frequency, and it actually corrodes your cells with uric acid, and it kills your body, and it sets in all types of cancerous diseases. So most definitely go plant-based. I hate the word vegan, because vegan have been misused, abused, and all types of things. So go plant-based, get off the meats, and just make sure that you're around people that's speaking life into you, not speaking death. Make sure you're around people that are setting goals and maintaining those goals and reaching them goals. Don't be hanging around people that are not going anywhere in life and that compare themselves amongst themselves. Go around people that's not afraid to expand their consciousness, because and then y'all can ping pong these sound waves off each other, and y'all can grow together, and y'all can expand y'all consciousness together. So watch your conversations, watch what you saying, make sure you're not talking about people. Make sure your day consists of speaking love and speaking life into each other, speaking life into situations. Make sure your day consists of you forgiving, communion with the heavens and the earth, with the heavenly Father and with the earthly mother. Hug a tree sometimes, speak to the tree, let the tree know that you are his brother. Let that animal know you my brother. We are all on a living frequency. You have to become one with everything, and the only way you can do that is by way of your biophotons. Your photons mean light waves, radio frequencies, or breath forms, and then bio means life. Everything is living that's around you, and you have to become one with all these living things, y'all. And that's the way to truly heal the mind, body, spirit, and soul. Make sure y'all grab some singing bowls. I'm gonna start doing singing bowl lessons. I'm gonna be doing them on Yaki TV. Yaki TV is back up and running. It'll actually be ready for y'all to sign back up to it within a few days. We're gonna be doing breathing, breathwork lessons. We're gonna be doing singing bowl lessons. Whenever I do mine every morning, y'all can just start doing them with me. You know what I'm saying? And let's retune our musical instruments that we call our biological bodies, y'all. With that being said, if y'all got everything I'm saying, if y'all like this presentations and y'all want more of this, type in some nines. Type in some nines. If y'all like everything I just talked about, type in some nines. Type in some Ninas. Y'all know this is my lane. I love this type of stuff, y'all. All praises, all praises. All praises. All right. So yesterday I did a 3-bit giveaway just off the on the back end or something. I just put a couple. Make sure y'all watching my IG. If y'all ain't following me on IG, follow me on IG. My IG be popping, man. And I gave away a lot of 3-bitters yesterday through my Instagram stories. But I did promise a few people that I was gonna do the same thing here after this live. So I'm gonna ask y'all a few questions. I'm gonna ask 3 people. Whoever get 3 questions right, I might do 4. I'm gonna send y'all some 3-bitters. All right, I'm gonna send y'all some 3-bitters. The first question is. Whoever answer it first, whoever I see answer it first. Instagram, y'all. Somebody said, what is IG? Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Yaki Awake, and it be popping. It's a lot of stuff that I post on Instagram that I don't post nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? So Instagram is most definitely, you get all of my, I be on there doing all types of stuff. So follow me on IG. All right, so the first question, y'all. What brainwave frequency you have to be in to reprogram your mind? What brainwave frequency you have to be in, and it's between you sleeping and being awake, where you can reprogram your mind. It's the dream state. It's the creative state. It's the spiritual state. It's the state called RAM sleeping. It's when the doors to each individual RAM is open. What is that state called? All right, Bill. Hold on, Antonio Perez. You got that one first. Hold on, let me see. Nope. Hold on, y'all. Boy, y'all answering quick. All right, the first one I see is not Gamma Will. First one I see is Yazid Zaki. He's the first one that I seen. Let me screenshot his name real quick. So you get some 3-bitters. I need you to reach out to me though. I'm gonna go and screenshot your name right now. You need to reach out to me if I can get your address, and I'm gonna send you one. All right, Yazid Zaki. I see 2 of my wives on here, so they'll get y'all too. Screenshot them, loves, for we can send them out some stuff. All right, what's my next question? Yeah, Antonio Perez, my brother. I thought you had it first, guy, but Yazid, he quick on the draw. He quick on the draw. But a lot of y'all in here right. A lot of y'all said Theta. A lot of y'all is right. A lot of y'all, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all actually are learning. Y'all actually are learning. All right, next question. Let's see what we got. Okay, Kawhi got you all locked in. All right. All praises. Yes, you got it, brother. We'll mail them off tomorrow. Next question. Let me see. Y'all been listening. Y'all been learning a lot lately. Let me see if I can get y'all. Let me see what I got for y'all. All right, I got y'all. What musical frequency did the government change music to? What musical frequency did the government change music to? Ooh-wee. And if y'all don't know, I'll give y'all a clue to what it's supposed to be. If y'all need a clue, I'll give y'all a clue of what it's supposed to be. It's not 432. It's not 432. Oh, yep. Hold on. Somebody got it already. I seen it. Boy, y'all is. Hold on. Y'all answering quick. All right. Nazarite Atoria Yishkar answered it first. A44. Let me screenshot you, Queen. Let me screenshot the goddess real quick. Hey, Kawhi, get her too. Get her too, love. All right. Nazarite Atoria right. All right. That's a good one. All right. Open it. Look. All right. So I see y'all getting it. A44. A44. Kani is not 417. That's 417 is what it used to be. And then they changed it to A44. Y'all getting it? Nabi in the building. Shalom, Elder. How you doing, brother God, Nabi? All right, let me get another one. Let me get another good one. What else? What else? I got a good one. Let's see. The body consists of 150 trillion cells. All right. The body consists of 150 trillion cells. Each cell hold what amount of voltage? Each cell hold what amount of voltage? We just went over this. Let's see who got it. Each cells hold what amount of voltage? Let's see who got it. Let's see. We just went over this information. I'm going to get who got it right. Because a lot of y'all right with the 0.7, but Ira Awaken actually got it right. 0.07 volts. 0.07 volts. So let me get you. Malachi Maccabee, what up, brother God? My big bro in here. I don't know why you participate, man. You already know you get whatever you need, brother. You get whatever you need already. All you gotta do is call me and I'm pulling up. All right, look, I feel bad. Let me do one more. I'm gonna do one more for y'all. And it's 0.07 volts. And I hope Kobe ain't up in here participating either. That's another brother that all they gotta do is call and I'm bringing it to him. Y'all ass is crazy. All right, let's do one more. Let me see what I got. Man, I gotta get a good one, y'all. I'm feeling real gracious too with this one. We're gonna do 3 bitters and I do a intercellular cleanse. 3 bitters and an intercellular cleanse, y'all. 3 bitters and an intercellular cleanse. Let's see. I'm finna hit y'all asses with this one. Let's see what we got. What I got. I got it. Let me see if y'all remember this. All right, melanin. Melanin is 3 things, and I call it all the time. What can melanin be again? So melanin is this, melanin is that. You know, everybody think melanin is just melanin, but melanin is not. What is melanin made out of, and what do I call it? Melanin can be 3 other substances that y'all think is 3 different things, but it's actually melanin. Who got it? I hope I asked that right too. Dang, Tay Morris on it. Hey, Tay Morris just whooped everybody ass. There it goes, sugar. Tay Morris, sugar, carbon, and light. Damn, he was quick on the draw. Hold on, Tay Morris. Let me screenshot you. Boy, sugar, carbon, and light. Tay Morris got one. We're gonna do one more. All right, boy, y'all on it today. I'm screenshotting this stuff too. I'm not gonna forget about y'all, I promise. Let's see. Boy, he was on it. Sugar, carbon, and light. Okay. Dang, man. What else we got? Okay, I got another one for y'all. At the beginning of the video, this one is gonna be, cause I done gave away hella 3 bitters already. Let's do a 4 elements. This one will be a 4 elements. Or some sea moss. I'll let you choose whether you want the 4 elements or some purple sea moss. Whoever wins this, you get to choose which one you want. All right. At the beginning of the video, I showed y'all different instruments that you can use for sound wave healing, for healing the cells of the body, and for aligning the chakra or the 7 glands in the body. It was 4 things. What name the 4? It was 4 instruments that you can use or that our ancestors used to actually align the body. Which one? Y'all gotta name all 4. Y'all can't name them. Y'all, it have to be all 4. I'll answer with this one. Yeah. Who gonna name them all? Let's see who got it. Chimes, bells, claps, singing bowls. All right, BP is the first one who got those. Let me get you right. All right. I just screenshotted yours too. Now I need all of those who just won. I got the screenshots to verify when y'all reach out to me either on my Facebook inbox. I don't really check it, but I will check it tonight if y'all inbox me tonight, or my IG inbox. I'll make sure I check them tonight and I match the names and we'll get it in. I thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be live Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I answer the questions, and I allow my call board to be open for we can talk about light and healing and talk about new things that we got going on. It's a whole lot of things we got going on. A lot of people are becoming a part of the Risen Black Messiah movement. We got our photo shoot tomorrow to get our pictures for the website. I mean, everything is going good. We got the land, we got the water, we got thousands of people that's like really, well, we got thousands of people that's talking about they want to be about it, but we got hundreds of people that's really down, you know, and that's gonna grow to thousands too. It's time to take back our freedom. It is liberation of death, y'all. That's what it is. It's time to free ourselves and free our people. With that being said, I love y'all. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. If you love this segment, if you love this live broadcasting, if I gave y'all good vibes and good energy and good radio sound wave frequencies, type in some 9s and we're gonna get up out of here. And if you love yourself and if you love yourselves, let me know that you love yourself. I love myself. Peace to the gods. Type in some 9s if y'all love this and if y'all want to keep these things going. That's right, Maccabee. Liberation of death. You know what I'm saying? Let's put aside our differences and the way we conceptualize God, and let's come together. Religion should not be a dividing place for us. Religion is what you practice in your household to free your family. Unity and togetherness is how you free us as a whole, though. You know, let the way your God concept should not stop me from being able to build with you. Period. Point blank. Period. Unless you go against nature, then we can't build because you're anti-nature. All right, all praise. I love myself. I love y'all. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. Peace.